Hey, how's it going, everyone? Justin again, as always. Thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about something that I think not only a lot of mechanics miss while they're undergoing their multi-point inspection, say for a lube oil filter or LOF that comes in, but also something that we neglect, either don't know about or unsure of the location, that can actually affect us in many ways. So we'll cover a few, but let's talk about this. How many of you have checked your cabin air filter lately? How often do you actually check your cabin air filter, if you check it at all? There are quite a few people out there that I know, to include two people today that I had that came in that had some pretty nasty cabin air filters. One of them was especially nasty, and I needed to use a vacuum cleaner and an air gun and pliers to dig this nest out. Man, I swear, this thing was full. Filled. So it took some doing, but I did manage to get the entire nest out, was able to clean the whole thing out. And you gotta think that with something that's that thick, that there had to have been some way of them being able to say, you know, oh my God, the blower's making a weird noise, or the heating isn't blowing as strong as it used to, or the AC is not blowing as cold as it used to. I know, it's cold right now. Who wants to use AC? But even down to heating, you got to think, like, what is that noise? Or you know, why am I not getting sufficient heat? One of those reasons could be that your cabin air filter's clogged up. Now, for the most part, I would say 60% of cabin air filters are located somewhere behind the glove box. You can easily get to it by, you know, disconnecting a couple of things, maybe a little strut rod that comes out, or a nylon stretch cord that's attached. And then other times you just push the sides in and it lowers itself down, and you can usually get to the little access plate that's behind it. Other times, I would say at least probably 10 or 20% of the time, you might find them down by like the shin bolster, either on the driver or passenger side, if you're driving in a passenger car. Trying to remember, I think that it's located there on, I want to say the Chrysler 200 maybe. I could be mistaken. My Chrysler guys out there will have to let me know, but I think it's down there on that, and maybe even the Dart. But as far as domestics go, for the most part, they're usually behind the glove box. Sometimes they're going to be located in the cowl. So if you were to lift your hood, there's a little access plate on the passenger side just within the cowl area that you can actually open up and undo and actually pull it out that way too. Other times you might find these cabin air filters are non-existent. They're not even in the vehicle, or they don't come with them. My Mariner is a prime example. My Mariner actually just has a little debris screen. There is no cabin air filter whatsoever. Too bad there's not, but there's not. So I don't have to worry about that, but I may still have to worry about nesting or particles falling down into the blower area. That could be an issue later, but I haven't had any issues with it as of recently. But it got me to thinking today when I saw this nest, and I was like, how many of us have actually checked recently to see that? So it can contribute to the flue. You don't want to be breathing that stuff in. I mean, especially if it's a rodent nest with, you know, crap and piss everywhere, and now your whole family's, you know, sitting there breathing it. Your poor kid in the back seat doesn't know what's going on or know any better, and you might not know any better either. So I thought I would share this video and give you guys some food for thought too. If you don't know if your car is equipped with one, find out if it is. And if it is, I would be looking around to try to see how I can replace it, either myself or take it into somebody to have it replaced. And I'd have that thing checked periodically throughout the year, at least twice a year, if not once a year at the minimum. So I think it's more important actually than an air filter. I know that air filters are pretty important, and we talked about that in a previous video, but I think the cabin air filter is actually more important because that's what you're breathing in, and it's pretty disgusting. That's all I got for this video, guys. Thanks as always for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Share if you want to share, and check your cabin air filter. That's all I got for this video, guys. We'll see you next time. Deuces.